Every road through life is a long, long road filled with joys and sorrows too. As we journey on, how your heart may yearn for the things most dear to you. With wealth and love to sow, but onward we must go. Right on to the end of the road, keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong, keep right on round the bend. If you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you and you're dreaming of will be there at the end of the road. Keep right on to the end of the road. With a big stout heart to a long steep hill, we may get there with a smile, with a good kind thought and an end in view. We can cut short many a mile, so let courage every day be your guiding star always. Keep right on to the end of the road, keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong, keep right on round the bend. If you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you love and you're dreaming of will be there at the end of the road. Keep right on to the end of the road. Keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. If you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you love and you're dreaming of will be there at the end of the road.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
The Tilton Talk show is back after its many breaks. That was enforced, of course, by Chris Brown's need to visit Turkish beaches, drink Effis and witness Geordie families fall out in the middle of the night. But now it's all on till Christmas week. We won't be going off air again. So it's back-to-back wins for the Blues to ensure fourth position going into the break. We're getting dizzy at the top of the league and it feels great. Leeds charge us £37 for an away ticket, and the Football Supporters Federation are the latest organisation to steal a sports radio saying, this time it's 20's plenty. Gates up on average by around 4,000 at home as Rowett Disco Bus keeps trucking full steam ahead. As for me this week, well, I'm going to attempt to sing Delilah at half-time in honour of the Chip Eaters' victory over them across the city. Blues ladies secure their place in WSL 1, and it's Boreham Wood next hosting up this coming Sunday. As for that Capital One Cup game, well, that's history, and there's only one team in the city that talks history, so we probably won't be talking a great deal about that one tonight. However, we did come away from the game heads held high. So it's onwards and upwards as we drive headfirst towards the winter months. Dare we start to believe? Or is it just too early? Just another week being a Birmingham City fan.
Following the blues, we love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Well, a big welcome to the Tilton Talk show. Here we go, Monday, and Chris is back off his jollies. He's looking browner than brown as your surname. Oh my God, he's just flashed his belly. Now that is Chris Pugh. Is that brown or what?
It's Chris Brown.
It's brown. It's Chris Brown.
This is Chris Pugh,
very
and that's
Chris
Chris
Brown.
and it's brown.
Brown.
That belly is... What did you...
I tell you what, you can see where the thong's been.
I tell you what. I'd love to
Leave
go
that till
down
half time.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's a half-time.
No
Half-time
problem.
talk.
No problem.
Okay, so welcome to the Tilton Talk show. Monday night, of course, and we're talking all things Birmingham City for the next 1.5 hours here. Broadcasting live with us today is the wonderful Mr. Chris Pugh,
Good evening.
the very brown Mr. Chris Brown,
Good evening.
and our youngest ever guest ever on the show tonight. We've got Oliver, and he was only 10 years old.
Hello.
Nice and loud.
Hello.
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 Hello, Oliver. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris.
Right, okay. Well, I made a bit of a boo-boo gamble with some Stoke fans up my way a few weeks ago, and did say that if I beat the Vile, then I'd sing Delilah. That's
You
coming
did,
up at
you did, yeah.
around about 8 o'clock. I think we'll try and slot that in.
Look forward to that.
Try and slot that in.
I think.
Welcome also to our VIP listener of the week. That's Blues director Panos Pavlakis. Welcome,
evening,
Mr.
good evening.
Pavlakis.
Good evening.
Thank you for listening.
Sir.
Oh, there you go, sir. Yeah,
Sir,
behaving,
yeah, I know,
aren't we?
yeah. Have you noticed our voices are
Yes,
suddenly gone posh?
One posh voice on now. Mr. Pavlakis is listening. Jolly good. Right, okay. Plenty to talk about then. Back-to-back wins away from home. How good was that?
Couldn't ask for anything more. Obviously, the reaction from the Rotherham game. We've had arguably our toughest period of the season. You know, we come away from the Capital One Cup game with our heads held high, but I think it took so much out of us that we did feel it during the Rotherham game. So to bounce back straight away at two places that are really tough to go to, Brentford and Leeds. You know, no matter how they're playing at the moment, it's always tough going to Leeds, and Brentford last season were really strong at home. So to go there and to get 2 wins, not concede, look really strong, the same team, unchanged teams, and everybody's pulling their weight at the moment. So excellent wins.
Yeah, like you say, you can't ask for any more.
Was anybody surprised at the win at Leeds?
Sorry.
Was anybody surprised at the win at Leeds?
I think a little bit. I think it was a little bit,
Only because we're Blues fans.
Yeah, but
only because we're Blues fans, and we've been used to the last 3 or 4 years where something's got to go wrong. But if you went by form, then you shouldn't be surprised that we go to Leeds and win. We shouldn't be surprised that we go to Brentford and win. But on the form book, we are from an outsider's point of view, we are a really decent side this year.
70 points from the last 42 games.
Yeah.
70 points from 42
So,
games.
and
That is-
46 game season.
that's plenty.
So over the next 4 games, if we win 2, draw 2, go unbeaten, that's 78.
Yeah.
That's easily good enough
Easily
for playoffs.
Easily playoffs.
Possibly automatic.
So Rotherham, we'd say Rotherham was a blip.
Oh, absolutely.
Or an after reaction.
Rotherham
Villa
was
game.
the effect of the Villa game.
Yeah.
It definitely was. I watched the first half, and you could see we just looked like we struggled.
So we can blank that out.
Just struggled to get going.
How great for a young squad though to go to Vile Park and play in a big game there with a big atmosphere, and to be hungry enough to know what it's going to be like.
Boy, have I missed that, by the way.
If we can get
I
on
have
to-
missed that game. Really missed that game.
You had
And
tickets for it, didn't
and
you,
there's
mate?
nothing like it on a night. Nothing like it on a night as well. I mean, we haven't had that since 2003
Not 11.
on the night
Oh,
at
yeah.
Villa
Night game,
Park.
Yeah.
Villa Park,
At Villa Park on a night game, 2003.
2003.
Was that
So
the
it's-
Savage game?
Yeah,
Was
so
it?
it's 12 years since we've had that. Yeah, and that was pretty special atmosphere. And like you say, whether we discuss it or not, but I thought we were excellent during it. So
Channel K met Panos at the Pride of Brum Awards on Friday. Very good, well done.
Good stuff.
Well done, yeah, smashing.
And Doco's in the house, as you can
Good
probably
evening,
gather.
Mr. Docker. Good evening, SKC. Evening, Panos. Keep right on, fella. Avid listener, and obviously we would like to get him in when he's free.
Yes, he has said he'll come in, but
Yes,
at the moment,
it's not practical at the
no,
minute.
it's not practical.
At the minute, and that's all we can say about
no,
the
he
situation.
was very chatty. He wanted to know about the Keep Right On song, and he knew all about the show and what goes on. So
Well,
good stuff.
And it would be nice on a getting to know you basis.
Of course,
Getting
yeah.
to know you.
And we came highly
All
recommended by our
about
friend
you. I'm
Andy
just
Walker.
practicing.
yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah.
I'm just practicing
Crikey,
for
yeah.
half time.
That's how we came highly recommended by our friend Andy Walker. So thank you very
Andrew
much.
Walker, of course.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Andy Walker. That's what, Oliver, you have to aspire to be tonight. Friend of the show.
You'll be a friend
Do you
of the
understand
show.
that? Right. You play football yourself, Oliver, don't you? Yeah. Yep. What team for?
Play for school, don't you? You play for school, don't you?
Yeah.
What position are you now?
Striker.
Striker. Do you score many goals? Yeah.
Scored one in my first match, first goal.
First goal in his first match. His
Can't ask for
debut
more
goal.
than that.
Top man. Top man. Are you going to play for the Blues one day?
Try to.
Try to. Love it.
What
Love
number?
9.
9.
Can we have a vote
Four.
now? Oliver?
Yeah, go on.
Friend
then.
of the show. Friend of the show.
Scored in his first game.
Friend of the show. Scored his first game, Chris.
Friend of the show.
Wants to play
Oliver,
for the
there you go.
Blues.
Already,
Friend.
3 minutes in, you're already a friend of the show. There you
Hang
go.
on, hang on.
That's
This is where
lifelong.
you get one of these. Friend of the show.
That is a lifelong accolade as well, by the way, Oliver. Chris, can you stop the clapping there, please?
Sorry.
That's elongated.
Right, a couple of things. I'd like to tell you a very quick story about a lovely gentleman I met the other night. And I was working in the pub in local hometown, and these two smashing gentlemen came in and sat having a beer, and I, being my normal self, my chatty self, get up and I chat to people. I like to chat to people. Chris Pugh, do you know that?
I can well believe that.
I could imagine it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, by the way,
then this
are you
gentleman-
ill at all?
not this. I'll come to
I've
it.
been
Oh,
ill.
right,
I've been ill. For
Have
anyone's
you?
interested, I have.
it's
Yeah.
in-
I'm not going to moan about
And then
that.
after chatting to this lovely gentleman, he said to me, he says, "Why have you got those blue and white plastic bracelets on your arm?" And I had the joy and the pleasure of telling him all about the sad story about Harry and about the charity. And I know the gentleman concerned, his name also Nick. He is listening tonight because I've just texted him not long ago, and he will be listening in. An absolute pleasure to meet you. And the reason that I told him that I wear, well, one of the reasons I wear 2 bracelets is because when anybody asks me about them, I pass them a bracelet and give it to them. So as you can see, tonight I only have my original one with half of them missing. So if Mr. Kieran Cochran is listening, could he please send me a few so that I can send him some money and keep up the good help Harry, help others work and spread the Harry love. So thanks, Nick, and your friend. I couldn't remember his friend's name,
Fantastic.
but 2 absolutely lovely gentlemen came in, had a smashing conversation and a nice drink together, and it was an absolute pleasure and a joy to
I'm
meet.
sure Capo's on the job straight away.
And
already.
now that gentleman
Yeah.
is wearing his Help Harry Help Others bracelet, and when somebody asks him why, he will tell the same story. And do you know why he said? He said when he was a lot younger, he was walking up the street with his daughter with a petrol can in his hand because his car had broken down. We ran out of petrol, and somebody stopped and actually gave him a full can of petrol, which he kept in his car.
All right, okay.
But he also told him to always keep a full can of petrol in your car, because one day somebody will stop and ask for it, and all I ask is that you give him that full can. And that kind of reminded him from giving him the bracelet. So there you go. Great story.
Fantastic.
I feel good.
No, Dr. Oliver is not a little orphan boy who lives in a Victorian workhouse. No,
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Oliver is no friend of the show, so you can't disrespect him at all in any way, manner or means.
Stop press. Capo's ill.
Right, Chris, I must admit, I've been really poorly. Do you know what, when I was ill last time, yeah?
Were you ill last time?
It went on for the whole week, right? Keep going. But a little bit quieter so I can talk over it. It went on for the whole week, and then, boy, was I poorly the week after that. Oh, Chris.
I will.
Delhi belly.
Daily belly.
Yeah.
No,
In a bad way. Anyway, we won't go there. All right, little competition going on in studio tonight between myself, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Pugh.
Oh, Mr. Pugh joining as well.
Yeah, we wish to know who talks more sense. Who talks more sense on the show? Who talks more sense on the show? Is it Chris Brown? Is it myself? Or is it Mr. Pugh? Votes can start now. Thank you. Is Nick still spending that poor woman's credit card? No, I haven't actually found the owner for the debit card that I found in the nightclub the other day, which is a bit unfortunate really, because Facebook I thought was a powerful tool for that kind of stuff. So I'll be handing it into Lloyd's Bank tomorrow, forthwith.
Fantastic.
So no, can't keep hold of these things forever. It's not my property, so it has to go back to its rightful owner. But the bank, I'm sure, will just shred it anyway. As I think that's what they do. All right. So, who talks more sense? Can we have an easier question, please? That's great. Love that.
Can we have an easier question, please?
Me and me. Can we have an easier question, please? That is brilliant.
It's going to be difficult, isn't it?
It is.
It's going to be pretty even.
I don't think it's going to be that difficult. But
no. Mind you, Oliver set the ball rolling. He said that I speak no sense. So far.
I don't remember him saying that.
Oh, yeah, he did. No, he did, yeah, but he said it.
Right, Oliver, this is your Uncle Chris, isn't it? Yeah. And you want an Xbox for Christmas, don't you?
Yeah.
And you'd like your Uncle Chris Brown to get you an
Xbox.
You'd like your Uncle Chris Brown to get you an Xbox for Christmas, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Now, we will be reporting on the first show after Christmas, Oliver, if that Xbox isn't delivered to you personally. Do you understand? And we will be demeaning the individual concerned. So what we're actually expecting is for a very nice gift for you for Christmas from your good old Uncle Chris, who's always such a charitable and lovely and common sense talking person. Chris Pugh is nodding in agreement. Absolute pleasure, my friend.
No problem. Thanks for that.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
I hope it's nothing trivial, Capo. I'm sure it probably isn't.
I'm 300 notes down. I'm all right.
Yeah, thanks. No, if Channel K, if Capo could get me some HHHO bracelets here for next week,
yeah.
I would like the ones with the keep right on and the other one. There's something else written on another one, but he knows what the ones they are, and just half a dozen blue and white ones so that I can pass them on. And spread the Harry love.
Spread the love.
Spread the love. That's what it's all about. Okay. Funny thing happened. That was a silly laugh, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, but a strange thing happened to me tonight. Right.
I'm going to click that.
Cheers. Right. I've been working with my son today. We're going through a nightclub, the nightclub in a local town, from one end to the other. And sushing all out, deep cleaning, doing lots of repairs.
Sorry, I just heard that laugh again.
This, that, and the other. And he's actually still there, right? So as part of the conditions of him still being there, I said to him, please ensure that you've got your phone on your person at all times. Right? Safety. Yeah? You're working on your own.
Yeah.
Safety. Okay? So he said, yeah, Dad. Me half expecting him not to have his phone on him. I went home, shaved, got changed. I've actually had a wash tonight as well, Chris. Have you noticed? Yes, thank you very much. Had you noticed, Chris, if you want to sit next to me? No, I'd still smell the way. Possibly. That's Oliver. That's Oliver. Yeah. And then my phone is going mental just as my hands are wet and I'm drying my hands, right? And I pick the phone up and it's my son, Luke. And he said, Dad, I've gone into the disabled toilets at work to do something. He says, and I can't get out. And he was stuck. He was genuinely stuck. I've had to climb over the fence, break into the club. Yeah, break into the club. Go and get him out of the disabled toilets by taking half the lock off the door and one thing and another. And then he looked at me and he says, oh, mate, he says, thank you so much. I said, what if you hadn't have had your phone on you, Luke? You know, if you had, he would have genuinely been there until the morning,
Yeah,
till like 9 o'clock tomorrow morning when I go in to start, slopping a bit of paint around in this.
He's got that, I don't believe this.
Absolutely brilliant, but it's like, I mean, it's in a remote place anyway, so
Yeah.
nobody would have heard him. It's all brick walls that he was surrounded by, so he would have sat, shall we speak? So that would have been funny.
Can't think where he gets it from.
However, did tell him to take his phone with him. Right, okay, onto the Blues then. Did you watch the highlights on Channel 5 by any chance?
I didn't. No, I've given up.
Didn't.
With that
I did watch it because they were on, but the programme itself is still equally as poor as it ever was. It really, really is.
I don't like it.
Obviously, I only wanted. Just noticed that on the shout box. I only wanted to watch it obviously because it was Blues, but the presentation and the format and everything of the show is it's poor.
No, I'm not a fan of it. The adverts for one thing, and it just seems so disjointed all the time. And no,
I want to know what's going to be next. Or,
I
need to know formats.
Yeah.
Construction.
It's
I always think it's always nice when I don't know if anybody does it anymore. But occasionally when I work at Blues, I'll try and avoid the scores all day, and then I'll sit down and watch Match of the Day without knowing any of the scores.
Oh, yeah,
and I quite enjoy that.
Yeah.
And with Match of the Day, you don't know what the score is going to be, but they give it away all the time on the Channel 5 show. And obviously, it's not a massive thing, but if there are people who don't know the scores and who enjoy watching the highlights programs without not knowing the scores, and then you straight away they tell you, Brighton and playing Cardiff this week, a draw in that one, and then they show the highlights, and you think, well,
what was the point?
Yeah. Show the game without saying anything.
Yeah, another thing they did on that programme as well, they started off with just the highlights and very quick goals from one game, and then they went into our game, which was an extended one, and then they went into it, and it was like, it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. How's the diet going anyway, Chris?
Not so bad. Yeah. Still around the 6-time mark.
Still lost 6. I've just headbutted the microphone. Did you see that, Oliver? Yeah? No, you didn't see it. I'll do it again. Action replay very shortly.
Silly laughs. Headbutting the microphone.
Please don't record that.
Change of weather.
Falling off his chair.
It was a full moon last week as well, wasn't it? That's probably what it is.
Oh, right,
yeah.
Blue moon, red moon.
Yeah. Cracking goal by Mr. Dimmy Gray. And also by Magoma, right?
Magoma, yeah. I thought Gray's was very similar to Cottrell's at Ipswich. Look, the power behind the shot, not much backlift, but just too much power and height for the goalkeeper to stop it. But it's just so typical of Blues at the moment. You score first, and I never thought for 1 minute that we'd lose the game. Do you know what I mean? I never thought, we've gone ahead, but I'm still worried about getting something out of the game.
Yeah.
Whether they equalise or not is a different matter. but and then the same as Brentford on Tuesday night. We defend well. We're strong. I mean, when was the first goal? About half hour.
Yeah.
So we defend for nearly an hour, virtually an hour of football against Leeds, who are always going to come at us in the second half. And we've defended resolutely, and we've been strong, and we've caught them on the break again at the end. And by all accounts, we could have got 2 or 3 in the last 10 minutes again. The chances that we created again. So
I love this on the break stuff though.
Well, it's just so Blues at the moment.
Did you watch any of it, Oliver? Any of the highlights? No, you didn't see the goal from Gray. No. What a goal that was!
But Brentford as well. Magoma created himself a really good chance at Brentford and couldn't finish it off, but Cottrell and Gray and Magoma and Donaldson, when you've got those 4 attacking at the end, it's going to cause anybody problems. If we're ahead, and we're defending well and we break with those 4 going forward, we're going to be a danger for anybody on the counter attack. Which is why the first goal is always so important.
Does anybody sort of slightly cringe every time that Gray has a good game, thinking, it's more noticeability, more really. In the shop window.
It's another 500,000 on
I suppose so.
There's that side of it, but I think there is also the side of it that probably all Birmingham City fans are resigned to the fact that Damari Gray won't be a Birmingham City player for that much
exactly.
longer.
If he keeps improving.
We did have this conversation.
But I have actually been listening to Radio West Midlands tonight. Now I'm calling them Radio West Midlands tonight. Do you know why? They had an whole hour of Gary Rowett.
That's correct.
Live in the studio tonight on Radio Aston, right? And no sign of Mr. Franks.
No?
Richard Wilford.
That's a coincidence.
Of course, he's the Blue Nose, isn't he?
Yeah.
Richard Wilford, I'm sure. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
So well done, Doco, for your anti-Franks campaign.
They're giving him a boost.
And we've now
got him the boot.
And we've now had a whole hour interview with Gary Rowett, which he did say though during the course of that interview, and it's not copyright, it's out there in the public domain, so I'm allowed to say what I like. Is that he'd given the players a few days off. Cots has picked up a little bit of a hamstring injury. Given the players a few days off now, and then going to get back into training and really work at different styles of players as well.
Yeah,
as
I think that's important as well,
because
because
the front and quick on the break. At
some point, we are going to be found out, and teams aren't going to fall for it all the time. At some point we are going to go behind, and we're going to have to go direct. We're going to have to learn to play direct, or different ways of playing. Getting other players into the game as well. But at the moment, it's working wonders. So long may it continue.
Right, okay. We could scroll down the shout box a little bit, Chris, please, and then we'll pick up on some of the comments that have been coming in. And that's about right. Yeah, Doco says, I feel sorry for little Oliver, stuck with Fagan, Bill Sites, and Mr. Bumble tonight. Who's going to be Fagan? Yeah, it's got to be you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
What about yourself? Go on.
I was Sykes then.
Yeah, I'll go for Bumble.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers, thanks for that.
Capo says, little Connie asked how the Mr. Blue Sky went with supporters. It goes down very well. It's very well received.
Yeah,
great track. If you haven't heard it, please download it. It's Connie.
We'll slap it on all the time, yeah.
Talbot.
Connie Talbot, yeah.
Connie Talbot and Mr. Blue Sky is on YouTube. Whether it's...
I think it is, yeah.
Whether it's on iTunes or... I don't know. But anyway, it's certainly on YouTube anyway, but you're very welcome to go and listen to that. Connie Talbot, Mr. Blue Sky. And if you do see Connie, and I know you talk to her regularly, Mr. Capo, the sports radio team want to record a slow version of Keep Right On to the End of the Road. Chris Pugh...
Some of the sports radio team want to record a slow version of Keep Right On.
All right, so go on then. You want to do it, don't you, Chris? You really want to do it, don't you? And obviously we'd like a professional singer up front if that would do us any good. So hey ho, you never know. And by the way, she's very little. I am small, but she's up to my shoulders. Me and Me says a very good point. This, you don't need world beaters if you're well organised.
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the squad that we've got that pales into comparison with some of the other squads in the Championship. Your QPRs and the like. But we are well organised
as well. So,
Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham.
Spent 12 million on McCormack, and that's just one player. So
it's mad, isn't it, for a Championship?
He's right. We are well organised. We are hard to beat. We're hard to break down, and we've got a system that's working for us. And it doesn't matter who comes in. Davis has played the last 2 games, whereas previously on the season it was Terrell. But we've gone away from home twice and gone with a stronger midfield 3, if you like, with Davis, Gleeson, and Kieftenbeld. And it's worked wonders. So whoever comes into the system that's working, it doesn't seem to faze us at the moment.
Keith is the player of the season for Me and Me.
Kieftenbeld had a very good report from Gary Rowett on that interview.
And I think he's helped Gleeson, Davis, Terrell blossom as well.
But he just that he's straight there, in there, didn't he?
Yeah, knowing that he's there as that shield in front of the back 4, it gives Gleeson and Davis and Terrell and the wingers license to bomb forward. Because if we do lose the ball, if it does break down, then we know we've got a good player in Kieftenbeld who is there to protect the back 4 as well. So
we've all learned how to pronounce his name now, haven't we?
Yeah,
I still pronounce it.
Kieftenbeld.
I still can't say Kieftenbeld.
Blue Hob has not heard anything from Radio West Midlands regarding the tickets for the Villa game. I wouldn't hold your breath. I think that is probably dead in the water.
I did notice there were
The amount of empty seats that were there,
Not in the away
I think
end.
they should have sold a few more.
So I take it you could see more empty seats live than you could actually see on the TV.
Right up in the opposite stands to the away end, to the away fans.
34,000,
the very
was it?
top tier, virtually empty.
Was it? That's disgusting,
Absolutely
isn't it?
atrocious.
For a local
Completely embarrassed. You know, I don't care about them, but I was embarrassed for them that is a local derby that hasn't been played for 5 years, and you've got a top tier of a 3-tier. You're a big 3-tier stand, and your top tier is empty for a local derby cup game. I couldn't believe it.
Even if they sort of gave them away, like, you know,
Yeah,
to
exactly.
kids, schools or
Schools,
something.
schools, yeah.
Yeah, but they were doing on Radio West Midlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, disgusting.
And right, okay, what else we got? Blue Hobber says, I thought Davis played well against Leeds.
Yeah, and Brentford, like I say, you know, he's come in instead of Terrell, whereas it was Terrell. It seems to be Terrell for home games because we need to try and break teams down. But going away from home, he likes it a little bit more solid. So you bring Davis in, but you know, Davis was unlucky not to start the season. You know, Kieftenbeld's come in and Gleeson was playing. They're both playing exceptionally well, and Terrell started the season well. So Davis was a bit unlucky not to start, but he's come in now. He come in against the Villa. He played really well for an hour. Looked a bit leggy, but he hasn't played all season. So then he gets his chance again in the league, and he's played 2 consecutive games, and he has looked really good in that midfield, yeah.
Oliver, who's your favourite player so far this year?
Gray.
Damari Gray, so you're a Damari Gray fan, yeah? Yeah. What about Kuzak? You think he's been playing well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cracking save he
Made
pulled
some
off.
excellent saves.
Cracking save he
Leeds,
pulled
yeah.
off the other day.
Yeah.
Absolute beauty.
Yeah, very much so.
And, you know, again, just goes to show that we actually have got a quality team there.
It's good.
Yeah, I love it.
It's good. It's
Not
a
been able
good
to say this for
team.
a long time, Mr.
But
P.
like I say, you know, I don't want to get carried away. It's not one of the best 10 teams in the division on paper, but in the system we play, with Rowett in charge, it's at the moment it's up there.
Well, it's currently the 4th best team. in the
Well,
league.
of course, yeah.
Because the table doesn't lie, does it?
No.
Neither does
After 10 games, which is, you know, that's well into the season.
It's almost a quarter.
You know, we're not 2 or 3 games in where everybody's still finding their feet. We're well into the season now, and we're still up there.
And of course, the Premier League doesn't lie either, does it?
No,
No.
I've heard that it does not lie.
Nor the Super 6 League.
We'll come to Super 6 after the
Yes.
after the international
We have
break,
to.
Chris, if that's
Have we
all right
got
with you. Well, yes, we do, because there's money riding on it now, isn't there?
No, yes.
We'll come to that shortly.
Oh dear.
So apart from Dimmy Gray, then who else do you like? Who else do you like the look of, Ollie? You like Donaldson, yeah?
Likes his forward players, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, it was a striker.
Yeah.
Yay. And how many games are you going to be playing for your school this year, then? Do you know?
No,
No.
not yet.
No.
There's a match on Thursday. But
Match
I don't
on
know-
Thursday. You're going to score on Thursday?
I don't know if I'm playing yet.
Yeah,
You'll be playing.
Who's it against?
I don't know.
No.
No.
Doesn't matter.
He's 10. he
Doesn't
don't
matter when you
Doesn't matter.
just turn up and score.
score.
Doesn't matter who you
Just
play.
like I never used to be able to.
Sorry?
Just like I never used to be able to.
No. Well, we're having closer and closer and closer to that awful time where you're going to have to hear me sing, Christopher Brown.
Oh dear, it's nearly 8 o'clock.
I haven't been practising at all, to be perfectly honest with you.
Two people turning
And
over
you'll
to the
probably-
news.
you'll probably realise that,
8
won't you?
o'clock news. on
Well, I just
Sunday.
hope that all the Stoke supporters that are listening tonight, and I know there are quite a few of them, I hope all your chips are warm and you're ready, because it's coming in about 5
To
or
all
6
the Stoke
minutes.
fans that are listening tonight,
Well.
you're welcome for Jack Butland. You're welcome. What an outstanding goalkeeper he's turned into.
Yeah, quality, isn't he?
I think he's the only threat to heart for the England team within the next 10 years. You know,
It's
if-
great
if-
to have
if he-
two, though, isn't it?
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. But if he keeps going, I think he will. He will push hard, and friendly games, he will come in, and if he keeps playing the way he is, you know, he's made himself that number one at Stoke now, and that, you know. The highest testament I can pay to him is that they haven't missed Begovic, I don't think. You know, so a quality goalkeeper that was wanted by Chelsea, and they haven't missed him because Butland's come in and seamlessly stepped up into that number one role. So fair play to him.
So England's number 1.5.
England's number 1.5,
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah.
Pushing on. Yeah.
Okay, quite a lot of reaction going on the shout box. Doco, I wasn't impressed with Magama's first. When Magama first played for us, but now seems to have grown in confidence and looks a good prospect for the future. Any thoughts on that one? No.
No, look, I think he's an impact player off the bench. You know, I like Gray in the middle, actually, late on in games. He starts out wide, and then late on in games, he brings Magoma on for one of the central midfielders, puts Magoma left or right, and Gray through the middle. I like that in the last 20 minutes. You know, and Magoma's... He's played his part. He's had a big impact in the last couple of games. I just wish he'd have put his foot through it. You know what I'm on about. I just wish he'd put his foot through it.
SKC on Dimmy, me and a few others in Block 9 have always commented every time he beats a defender, assists or scores a goal, we comment that's an extra $500,000 right there.
Yeah, that's the way you've got, I think.
I think his value is about 50 million.
Yeah, at least.
Love it. Doco, I'm a big fan of that Solomon. He looks another good prospect for the future.
Yeah, again, under the right manager, I think, at the moment, you know, the perfect upbringing that he can get at the moment, learning, he can see what Gray's achieved, you know, so under Rowett, hopefully he can carry on.
Blue Hobber, 34,000 against the Villa and 40,000 for the rugby game. Says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
6,000 missing. Doco, shame on Nick for listening to Radio Villa tonight. I didn't, you know, the only reason I listened to it, there you go, I'm hanging my head now. The only reason I did listen to it is because our boss was on for an hour, you know.
Did you know that before you switched over?
I did actually, yes.
It has been.
I know. I did know.
Yeah.
Doco Spectre has surprised me as well. Agreed there, Doco.
Even Robinson, I thought Robinson was gone. I'll be completely honest. But he's coming in the last two games, and by all accounts, he's looked really strong alongside Morrison. So he's getting the best out of everybody at the moment.
SKC says agreed there. Doco like the look of Viv Solomon Otterbourne. Another one of the conveyor belt of talent from the academy, and still worries me. Doco makes too many mistakes. I don't know who we were talking about there. Quite honestly,
Public spectre.
Yeah. Blue Hobber, would you rather listen to Nick sing or listen to a few minutes of Vuvuzelas from Africa? Brilliant, love it. Just asking.
I would rather Connie Talbot.
Channel K, I'd rather hear Connie Talbot sing. Well, we'd all rather hear Connie sing, but Connie's not here. Blue Hobber, I think Rowett would have a large price tag on his head at the moment. Do you know, he sounded so level on Radio Villa.
He always does.
And he said, you know, he was asked a question. You know, what do you do? I'm trying to eke this out, Chris. So I've got to say,
I've got it queued up ready.
And you know, what do you do? What do you do for entertainment in the evening? He said, well, I spend it on my wife and kids. You know, his lad. Has a 20-minute fight with him, and then has to have a story read, and this, just a family man, you know what I mean? So it's nice to see. And Doco, I agree. SKC, I am one of the biggest critics. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far this season. So some good comments coming through there. We still haven't had any comments on who talks most sense in the studio.
No.
And
it's worrying, isn't it?
We might put this question to Oliver. Actually, Oliver, who do you think talks most sense? It's Uncle Chris. He's after that Xbox. He's allowed. You better get it, boy. You better get that child that Xbox. Don't you dare let that child down. It's Christmas and Santa Claus and all that. You know what I mean?
I've tried really hard tonight as well. I thought I'll make some really good comments so Oliver can vote for me.
10 words.
Oh dear. Blood's thicker than water, I suppose, isn't it?
It's true.
And you're not forking out for an Xbox, are you?
No, I'm not. No. Sorry, I'm not.
So
no.
therefore, it's Uncle Chris all the
I'm
way.
not forking, doing it on. How high do you want the volume on this?
Right. Okay. Anybody?
Should we go to the break first and then come back into it?
No, let him do it now.
Oh,
we can just sleep for a bit.
Anybody that's has chips for Sunday dinner, this is your moment. I made a bet, I made a deal. I would sing Delilah if you beat the viol, but I've changed a few words because I'm like that.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, Chris.
All right,
let's
here we go.
do this.
Let's do this.
Is that my mate Tom?
It's your mate, Tom.
I saw the light on the night that you played Aston Villa. I saw the flickering shadows upon the scoreboard. This was my deal.
I'll do it in tune.
And then you scored and I smiled and I went out of my mind. Here we go. Are you ready? You can join in if you wish. My Delilah. Why, Delilah? Here's the good bit. We can see they're no good for the Premier League. And then you dumped them straight into the bottom three. At break of day, when you started to play, I was waiting. That final whistle, so I could go sing this song. We stood there laughing, ha 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 ha. You stuck the knife in the backs, and they laughed no more. Last verse, here we go. My Delilah. Why, Delilah? We can see they're no good for the Premier League. And we're glad you dumped them straight into the bottom three. There you go. Well done, Stoke. Bag of chips all round. Half time, see you in a bit. All stand for the national anthem.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are loyal supporters of our team. We chant the Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the cup, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the pointed roll when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the tickets tops here at St Andrews. They're gonna give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Welcome back to the Tilton Talk show. Monday, there you go. My deed is done. My debt is paid to society. And I just hope that nobody has recorded that anyway. Oh, you have.
Right, so.
Oh dear. Okay, listen out for that in the charts next week. I'm sure it'll be right up there, mate, with Smashy and Dicey all over Monday morning. Right, okay, international break now then, Chris.
Yeah, nice for the players to just work together on the training ground now, work on a few things that Rarick might have picked up on, so hopefully a fully fit squad. I think Cottrell might have a knock, you said.
Yeah, he's took one on the well, it's a tweak on the hamstring, so
yeah.
he's got a week or so.
That might be because he was going with Wales, wasn't he? So that might be
he's pulled out of Wales.
An international.
He's pulled out of the Wales. He pulled out of the Wales game. Yeah,
it's just you know, it'd be nice for the whole squad to get together and just work on a few things on the training ground.
And as Gary Rowett said on Radio Villa tonight, that he may have a small squad, but he wants it that way.
Yeah,
he wants
exactly.
it that way. It's his decision to have a better small squad than a bigger NAF squad.
Yeah, well, we said, I think when Gabriel came in, we you know, under the previous management, the amount of loan players that came in from all over the place and played 2 or 3 games and didn't have an impact. Or this squad where you know that if everybody's fit, you can pretty much name the team bar 1 or 2. You know Donaldson's going to play up front, and you know that Gleeson and Keeftenbeld are going to play, etc. So, you know, if everybody's fit, they play, and I think I'd rather have it that way.
Yeah.
Than have 30 players available but not really interested in playing.
And of course, if we do bring in on the loan market from the Premier League, you know, the Premier League have got the right salary. You've got to play them every week, and that will settle the squad. And that's another point that Gary brought out earlier. Do you know what? I could just listen to him all day. I really could. You know, is the most common sense manager that I've heard since. And I'm going to say this, right? Are you ready? Brian Clough. There you go.
I did see somebody say that he was probably the next Clough.
Oh, really? Did you?
Yeah.
Well, funny that I meant to mention it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't miss that one. Missed that one.
But he speaks ever so well, and I quite liked the interview after the Brentford game, where he was speaking about the substitutions that he used, and he said, "I'd love to say that it was intentional, but it wasn't." As a little snipe at another manager, Premier League manager from the Midlands.
We've had a request on Facebook for you to stop singing. Just write the words down.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Look, I'm
Here.
Look. I made a deal. Okay, I may have had a few drinks when I made the deal, right? But I made the deal. I think I made the deal with Ken, who's listening tonight. Welcome, Ken. Ken's a Stoke fan, and he's going to get me a beer later on, I hope. Oh, no, he's not in the club tonight. No, next time we're in the club, I'll have a pint off you. Why not? For doing that, because I even had to write the www.srb radio thing down from last night, and he folded it up, put it in his pocket and took it out. I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to listen. Bless him, he was all excited. Yeah, you wouldn't think they'd have electricity in Stoke, would you? I've got to travel back up that way.
I think they let them out every week, don't they?
Love it. Right, Chris, if we could go to the shout box, there's an absolute stack come on there, and I want to read
quite
some of these brilliant comments that people have admired my singing. Let's go down a bit more. Yeah, okay. News just in. Doco is releasing a joke book. It won't be that hard. All he has to do is take a few selfies. Nice one. Vuvuzelas from Africa it is then.
JK.
Nice one, JK. Admin, oh dear. Was that my singing? You were oh dear in it?
Yes, I think
Was
so.
it? My agent Sherwood from Blue Hobber.
Dear.
Oh, I nearly forgot what everyone thinks about Tim's comments after the Blues match. It was his tactics to play naff in the first half, get booed off at half time, and then make his 2 panic substitutions and then destroy us in the second half by only scoring 1 goal. And of course he only lost against Stoke to fool Chelsea as well. That's another one that I've seen.
That's right, yeah.
Go
Good
around
one.
social
Yeah.
media
Well,
saying,
obviously.
Clever bloke, isn't he?
He is.
I've heard that's why the Stoke they told to Docker Dim Sherbert wanted to lull Chelsea into a false sense of security for the next game. SKC. If Donaldson gets an injury, maybe there is a plan B, or maybe Brock Madsen can play a similar role. I think Brock Madsen could quite fit into that role, but I think his fitness is an issue at the minute.
And it is. You know, we do keep saying if Donaldson gets an injury, but you know, and you do have to think about that if that does happen. But if it doesn't happen, if Donaldson doesn't get an injury, then Donaldson does play. You know, and that's the magic of the system.
Yeah.
You know, it's all well and good having 4 strikers just in case, but then if Donaldson doesn't get injured, then those other 3 strikers don't get a look in because he does start and he does play.
But there's also somebody waiting in the wings called Reece. Is it Reece Brown?
Yeah,
Reece Brown.
Yeah,
and again on Radio Aston tonight, our Messiah, Mr. Rowett, said that. And he's, you know, how honest is this, right? He said, "Look, Reece, lovely footballer, very, very talented, getting into the England squad, this, something, but he's not playing for me because he's not disciplined enough at the minute, right? He's turning up late for training, or he's doing this, he's doing that. And if he wants to be the old package and get into one of my teams, then he's got to be the old package before he gets into one of my teams."
Of course,
Bang on. Absolute honesty from a manager, and to talk about a player. He said, and I'm not making anything else. He said, I've spoken to the player about this myself. You know, he says, so none of this is not, you know, news to him. It's down to him. It's down to the individual. Pick himself up, be professional, be on time. He said, I come in and there's players like Keith Bell and you know, some of the others that are in the squad there. He said, just get on with it, just do it. He said, but you know, if he wants to play,
and that's what you have to learn. And under someone like Rowett, that I think that's the best place to learn it. To learn your trade and develop not only as a player but as a person as well, and as a human being. You know, Reece Brown is still a kid.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
We have to remember that. And Solomon Otterbour's still a kid, but whereas Brown got his chance under Clark, probably because Clark thought, well, I'm going to have to throw him in because he's talented. You know, irrelevant of what he's like as a person. So you've seen Solomon Otterbour progress ahead of Brown, maybe because his attitude's better as well.
Oh, there you go.
And Rowett's trying to make that point.
SKC says Brock needs game time before that happens, otherwise he won't be match fit if he does. Totally agree with that one.
Yeah.
And SKC as well. Sorry, Doco's asked if Donaldson is injured, does that mean Wes Thomas is recalled from Swindon early? And SKC has already answered that question by saying there is no recall clause on Wes.
No, I didn't think there was.
That is a fact, yes.
Yeah. But that's why you got Brock Madsen in. You know, and I've said before, Gray could play up front if absolutely needs must. Gray could play up front on his own. But Donaldson isn't injured. Donaldson's fit, and he's playing a massive part in what we are trying to achieve as a team. So
and don't fix what's not broke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have your plan B. Have your plan B, because when some of these teams come and they want to grind one out, you know, have your plan B, and if they're going to come at you, especially at home and this, that, and the other. So So I don't know.
You know, you got players like Terrell and Shinnie as well, who haven't started the last 2 games, but could conceivably come on and play in an attacking role as well. So I think the options are there if Donaldson isn't available for some one reason.
Would
or
like
the
to have
other.
seen us keep Tesha though. That was a
I
smart
don't think that
signing.
was.
No, but
Don't think that was
yeah, I'm just saying,
a possibility.
it would have
But
been-
it would have been. But then if we'd have signed Tesha, maybe we wouldn't have signed Keaton Bell.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. So
It's
swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
yeah.
In Rowett we trust. Do we trust Mr. Rowett?
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
much?
A fair bit, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, £3 of sugar and a rosy apple.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
As our mum would say.
And change for a packet of fags on a trip to the cinema.
Maybe
That's
in
what
your
you
day.
like.
Maybe in your day.
Maybe my day. All right, okay, so we're going to change subject just a little bit now on the Monday Tilton Talk show with Chris Brown, Chris Pure, my good self. And we're going to talk about the Football Supporters Federation's campaign for 20's Plenty. Now, these two words, Chris, were uttered in this studio 3 years ago.
A long time ago.
Probably
yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Was it
it's-
your catchphrase?
It wasn't. Do you know, Chris?
I think it probably was.
This isn't the first time one of my catchphrases have been stolen
Nope,
from under my nose, you
no.
know.
Thank you, Mr. Radio, as well.
Well, the thing is, because we don't copyright these things, because, you know...
Maybe we should.
yeah.
Because you could have earned
20's
Nothing?
Plenty. Well, at least I'd have
Yeah.
nothing but, you know, known that they'd
Recognition.
asked me to use my, said catchphrase. Anyway, so going on to it, right, look, £37 for a ticket, Leeds away. What an absolute filthy,
Championship.
dirty Yorkshire disgrace. You should be disgraced for your own club. You should be embarrassed to charge so much money for away
don't
supporters
hold
to go
back.
to.
Just
No, I
say
won't,
what you
no.
mean.
It's one area of the country gone.
See all the lights going off in Yorkshire.
We
can't
probably
you?
haven't got many fans now in Leeds.
Oh dear, but no, it's filth though, isn't it?
It's
£37.
expensive. It's expensive for a championship ground.
Disgraceful.
You know,
Really,
it is expensive. But it's become expected.
But how much were the tickets for B6 up the road?
They were 30. Yeah.
30 quid. So that's £7 cheaper than them filthy Yorkshire pudding eating.
Chips.
Bye everyone.
Pies.
SKC Rowett's apparently linked with the Sunderland job. He's not. He's also said tonight that he's quite happy doing what he's doing.
Why would you Why would you leave what you've got at the moment and go into that mess of a club?
Some people like a challenge.
Yeah, but they've had 9 managers
somebody
in
must
10
have said
years
the
now.
same thing.
9 managers
When he
in
came to
10 years
Birmingham.
they've had.
We'll go to that one in a minute. Right, going back onto the £37. JK's actually saying it was £42 on the day.
Oh my
On the
Lord.
day.
£42
Yes, on the day it was, yeah.
42
quid.
It used to be 42 quid for my season ticket. That I can remember. Yeah.
Imagine taking 2 kids, travel, burgers, programme. Jesus Christ.
You're blasphemous.
I know,
Blasphemous.
I know.
Praising.
I'm an atheist as well.
Praise the
There
Lord.
goes the
hallelujah.
Christian
Lord.
viewers.
Forgive us, Mary. Forgive us, Mary.
May the good Lord forgive you, Chris.
I know.
If there is a God, may he strike you dead now. Oh well. On to this anyway. Look. It's a seriously stupid amount of money for a championship away game.
Yeah,
All
it is definitely.
And what do you think we should do then as a football club when Leeds come to us? Should we keep their ticket prices at £20 to show them that we in the Midlands ain't going to play your tactics, boy, or should we skin them and take the money?
Take the money on it.
But
You can't do it the my dad's
but
thing
the
and your
thing
dad's
is,
thing, can you?
you know, charging Leeds fans, if you said charge Leeds fans 40 quid
It's not their
to come
fault.
here,
It's
it's
a
not
club.
Leeds fans' fault.
No, it's a
club.
Leeds fans aren't charging for 37, 42 pound.
Yeah.
You know, it's the club itself. So no, that'd just be cutting off our nose to spite the face, and it makes a mockery of Blues fans trying to get
20's plenty.
£20,
Yeah.
and then the club saying, well, no, it is
And
35
I
quid.
think what Birmingham City as a football club should do, and I know you listen to Mr. Pavlakis, sorry, is charge that 20. No, but you know what I mean? Charge them the 20.
Yeah.
Let's show them that we ain't going to play filthy, dirty Yorkshire tactics. We are Birmingham City. We'll do what we want. I'm incensed. Maddened, Chris. At
You
the
just remembered
cost
then
of
that
it.
Panos was listening.
Well, no, it's
You
not
know,
that.
his voice goes a bit
it's-
harsher, doesn't it?
it's seriously, I think it would be great for the club, great PR
No,
for
I
the
agree,
club,
I agree.
brilliant PR for the club if we just turn around and say, well, we think 20's plenty. So there you are.
Yeah. Whoever thought of that?
Is this something the 20's plenty? Is this something that it's a fans campaign with the FSF, or is it the club taking?
Yeah,
it on
no,
board?
I think. Well, there were a lot all up and down the
All up and down
country,
the
wasn't
country, yeah. I
there,
think it was
with
all-
those
all-
20's
yeah, all
plenty's
clubs,
banners.
yeah. I do believe that JK was involved with the Birmingham side.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
He was he? Yeah. Right, okay. Thank you. I've had that verified by Nick Spall.
Right, good point from JK. It's up to fans to pressure their individual clubs to do reciprocal deals, or is it down to the clubs to sit down and say, "Look, we've got 2 games.
I think the
one
90
now, one in 3 months."
I think the
time.
92 clubs have got to get together themselves, and
Honestly,
maybe
yeah.
it's an
Massive.
FA
Yeah.
incentive or a Premier League. You just look at the amount of money in the Premier League, and
You may as well
and
buy.
teams that get relegated from the Premier League this year will have £100 million over the next 3
Yeah, but
years.
you may as
So
well-
that money is going to filter down into the Championship.
But you may as well buy the FA and the Premier League a bar of carbolic soap so that they can wash their hands nicely, because
No.
they won't want anything to do with it.
But that, it's so
Fans
easy. It's
don't
so easy to get
matter.
a bit of good publicity.
Fans don't matter to some of these
But
clubs.
you,
Fans
you,
don't matter.
you are still going to have to sell the brand to the fans, and at some point the fans are going to get fed up. Villa aren't selling out, with the exception of Man United, Arsenal, Spurs. The top 6 or 7. These grounds aren't filling out. West Brom at home to Everton on last Monday night didn't sell out. There was empty seats everywhere. They're not selling out. It's an incentive that could sell out grounds.
Is it the beginning of the end? Do you think this?
I don't think it's the beginning of the end.
Right.
But if you bring this in statute, where away fans are charged £20, home fans are charged less. There's so much money there that charging £5 less a ticket, £10 less a ticket,
Not so much in the
isn't going to be
Championship.
noticed.
Not so much in the Championship. Certainly in the Premier
I don't
League.
know. Look at how much QPR have come down this year, and they've managed to hold on to the likes of Matt Phillips and Charlie Austin, and the teams that are coming down from the Premier League have got so much money that it is in the Championship now.
Yeah.
What was it? Now about probably nearly 20 of the 24 Championship teams have been in the Premier League at some point. The money is there in the Championship. You've got sides like Sheffield United in League One who aren't going to be short of money. The money's there throughout the whole of the Football League, I think, and it's there enough that this could be introduced, especially at the top 2 levels. And then maybe it works its way down after that, but just to appease the fans, because I think fans are getting a bit fed up of it.
And just to let people know, Oliver has had to go home now. He went home half time because it is a school night.
School night, bless him.
School night,
yeah.
so he's going home, and I'm 300 notes lighter.
Not yet, you're not, but you soon will be.
I've got to start saving up. Christmas soon.
All your pocket money.
Yeah, pocket money.
Yeah. Are you quite impressed with me stitching up Mr. Brown tonight?
Clever, very clever. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
Light-hearted
Right, okay.
entertainment.
If we could scroll down a little bit. Right, footage on the day. Yeah, 100% agree. Sheffield Wednesday even worse. Think that's £52.
Yeah.
It's a Yorkshire thing. See, I'm just seeing on the. Yeah, there we go. Doco says, does that mean Nick has stopped eating Yorkie bars? Yes, I have, and I've also banned Last of the Summer Wine off the TV, and I've killed the Yorkshire Terrier. There you go. Wrong. Shouldn't do it.
I do like Yorkie bars.
Do what? Sorry.
I do like Yorkies.
What, Yorkshire Terriers?
No, the
the Yorkie
chocolate.
bars. Yeah, I like the ones with the
them,
biscuits and the raisins.
I
yeah.
like that one. I can't eat the other one.
Can we get back to football?
Sorry. Yeah,
Right.
go on.
All right. It's up to fans to pressure the individual clubs for reciprocal deals. The flag, which was the FSF 2020 flag, was carried by BCFC official coach, and BCFC asked Leeds to allow the flag into the ground. Leeds promptly denied access to the ground for that flag. I wonder why. Perhaps was it something to do that it was on TV? Perhaps was it that you were a little worried that other people might see that 20's plenty?
Yeah.
Or perhaps was it just that you're vile and you charge £37 a ticket? Probably the latter. Anyway, every game should be £20 in my opinion. This is, of course, the opinion of SKC. Highly rated opinion, of course. Speaks a lot of sense. Speaks a lot of sense. Speaks probably more sense than all of us in the studio put together, to be honest with you.
Probably.
He's one then. Every game should be £20 in my opinion for home and away supporters at maximum. Higher attendances are followed when prices have been lowered. A higher attendance is what we should aim for rather than taking as much as we can.
You want to sell the brand. You want to sell the brand of the Premier League or the Championship across the world, and you televise games that are half empty with your grounds half empty.
Because when you're selling that,
so
brand,
much easier to sell it.
Say you're in China and you look at that, they're not very interested.
Well,
in football,
like I said, use the example of West Brom Everton on that Monday night. If you're watching that abroad, it doesn't look great. If you've got a full stand with a great atmosphere.
I don't know if anybody watches the Bundesliga on Sunday morning. Oh my life, the grounds are absolutely rammed, and they bust the fans in
for free.
For free,
and sell them £200 season tickets.
It
kind of works, doesn't it?
And the football they make money out of it as well.
Yeah, and the football is set up differently, and it's a completely different atmosphere. But the principle is there that if you do things for the fans, then the fans will, they'll reciprocate. They'll come back and they'll make their effort then. Yep. So.
It's not rocket science.
Docker is saying Villa don't need to sell tickets anymore as they give them away to Radio West Midlands and they give them away for note, and they still can't fill the ground. Ooh, almost as bad as my Yorkshire run. No, Yorkshire tea. That's as well another one. I've got some tea bags. Yorkshire tea. I'm putting them on the fire when I get in. They're going on the fire when I get in.
Are they? No,
it's electric fire though, so it might smell a bit.
Could do.
Each Premier League club is given £200,000 by the EPL to help away fans towards cost of away tickets. Sunderland fans pay £20 for Chelsea, in brackets 50. Sunderland pay 30 for the ticket from the fund. That's quite a good.
I know Swansea do that as well. I think they were the first to do it. Swansea, where that they subsidise the remaining price so that fans only pay £20, and then so if it is Chelsea that charge £50,
it must be the Premier League that's giving that money away then.
Yeah, but how much money is there in the Premier League?
It is, EPL. Yeah.
What was it? What did he say? 200,000. 200,000. Put another note on the end.
Yes.
How much money is there in the Premier League? They wouldn't even notice it.
Docker says that I'm a dog murderer, and he's calling the RSPCA.
Yeah, well said.
Didn't like the Yorkshire Terrier anyway. I've ate it. Blue Albert says I've spoke to Blues 2 seasons ago regarding prices, who in turn put me onto the FA, who in turn pointed me back to Blues and said it's down to the home team. What they charge, that is the agreed format before the season kicks off. But just something
then man up and step in. If you're from the FA,
too scared.
Don't say, oh, it's up to the club. You're the football association of this country. You are the governing body of every club in this country. You step in and make a difference, make an effect. Have an impact on the fans in this country, because the FA have had such a bad run of publicity over the last few years. The England's team performances in national tournaments, or whatever they decide to do, it seems to be the wrong decision. So actually, make a good face for yourself, and do something for the fans, not for the clubs, for the fans. Yeah, because without the fans, what have you got?
Yeah, children are the future.
Blue Hobber said it took over a week for the FA to reply to me. Well, I'm still waiting for a reply.
That's pretty good.
If you remember, I'm still waiting, Chris. Still waiting. Yeah. And another name which we won't mention. He didn't answer my emails either. We're not going to mention his name. No. Not on air. Not ever. Vile individual.
Not even from Leeds, either.
You've probably got Yorkshire connection somewhere, but there you go. Talk is of a fund being created with the 72 from the pot to be used purely to help away fans, JK. But why should we?
What fund, sorry?
JK says talk is...
What you're saying is there shouldn't be a need for it?
Yeah, there shouldn't be a need for it. Talk is of a fund being created for the 72 from the pot to be used purely to help
from the
away
Premier
fans.
League, or from the FA, or
72.
Okay, but JK will have to answer that for himself, because I don't know. but so yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Wrong.
So there shouldn't be a need for it.
Yeah, and of course, I do hope that the Football Supporters Federation, what they've done with all these banners and these flags. There was 2, I think, at the Leeds game that I saw, if I remember.
I think Leeds had one and Blues had one. I think.
Okay, so there's obviously been 72 banners made somewhere. I just hope that Hollywood Monster was involved in that deal.
I think they got
Tim Andrews,
going on.
friend of the show.
An avid listener,
Tim
listener,
Andrews,
yes.
friend of the show.
Used to be.
You what, sorry?
Used to be an avid listener up until that point.
Yes, I've ripped off Yorkshire and Hollywood Monster now.
Oh, no.
Oh, take the banner off the wall, Chris. Take the banner off the
I
wall.
think our sponsorship is gone.
It's the FA from TV rights, apparently,
right,
that fund. So thanks for that, JK.
Yeah,
But,
well, rightly so. The amount of money that the Premier League and the Football Association get from TV rights.
Right,
Yeah,
into kind of the last 20 minutes. That was an interesting debate. I quite enjoyed that. We didn't even fall out.
Not really, no.
We've become very revolutionary.
It's been a while since we've had a falling out.
Can we fall out over something? Just to cheer me up on the way home. Okay, ladies, Chris, I know we're a bit late on this one today, but you've give us the update, the SP.
Yeah, the season finished, league season finished on Sunday, a 1-0 defeat away at Arsenal, but plenty of positives to take. Going into the Continental Cup semi-final, which is also Arsenal away on this coming Sunday. It's live on BT Sport, I think, around about 2:30. I think it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. But yeah, the season's finished. Chelsea ladies have won the league on 32 points ahead of Man City, 2 points clear of Man City in second, and Arsenal in third. Bristol Academy, the only team to go down to WSL2 this year, and Blues, considering it was supposed to be a two-way race for relegation, have actually finished above Liverpool as well, last season's champions. So a good end to the season for Blues, which has seen them climb above Liverpool. There's a lot of, the manager has left now. He's going to manage in America for the winter season. I don't know whether that was something that was in the pipeline all season. A couple of injuries. The World Cup affected them in the way that it did us as well. And they came back from the World Cup, and their 2 best players were out injured for the season.
That must be pretty well.
They've spent a lot of money over the last couple of years. But the top 3 this year, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, are the 3 that are going to plough money into it now over the next couple of years.
So you're saying the league's been purchased?
Yeah. There's no surprise that the top 3 is that top 3, and that'll be the top 3 for the next 3, 4, 5 years for me, unless somebody else decides to plough even more money at it, because those 3 are going to keep spending, and with the squads that they've already got, if they keep buying players, bringing in players from the likes of Blues and Liverpool, then the gap at the top, between the top and the bottom, is only going to get bigger, unfortunately. But
still things to play for at Blues.
Yeah, well, exactly. The semi-final is on Sunday. Like I say, if we only lost by 1 goal in the league, and we've got history of going to Arsenal in cup competitions and getting a good result. So hopefully we can go there and knock them out. And the other semi-final is Notts County against Liverpool, which is also taking place Sunday. So I think the final is at the back end of October. So fingers crossed we can knock Arsenal out and end the season with a cup final and on a really high note. Survival in the WSL one and a cup win would be a really, really good season for me. With what we've had to deal with the World Cup and everything, so
fantastic.
Hopefully.
So season's all done and dusted now. Then apart from
league campaign's all done and dusted. There'll be 9 teams in the WSL 1 next year instead of 8, and Reading and Doncaster Bells were promoted from WSL 2.
So it's 2 up, 1 down.
Yeah, and I think it's the same next year as well.
Do you know how big they want to make the league?
I think they want it 10 and 10.
10 and 10.
Yeah, they want. I think that's the plan over the next couple of years. So,
okay, interesting.
Right.
Can we just
Andy, yeah, we're going
just
to
quickly, nipping back to that. Only 10 banners requested by the Championship fans. That was for the 20s Plenty, which is pretty disgusting, really.
Yeah.
I think the banners should be at every game until the fans are listened to. This is a good one. Saw the Villa had a banner. AVFC fans say 20s Plenty. Personally, I think they're aiming quite high, aiming for 20 points. Love it. Very good. And Stan said you guys could have a whole programme on the FA, especially one that resides 5 minutes walk from me in Great Bar.
Who resides in Great Bar?
Especially one that resides, I don't know.
Yeah.
What FA?
Does Andy Walker
Branch of the FI.
No, I don't.
Does Andy Walker live in Great Bar, perhaps?
There is one in Great Bar, of course there is, yes.
All right, shall we go
commentated
there?
on the game there.
Can we do a live show from there next Monday?
The Birmingham one, haven't they?
I don't think we're welcome.
Can we do a live show next Monday from there?
Yeah, we could, yeah.
Just rock up and turn up, plonk it down and away we go. Right, who's in?
Blues ladies very unlucky all season, narrow defeats and drawn games they could have easily won.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
At the start, sorry, go on.
Well, no, I was going to say, no, carry on, because it's another subject.
Yeah, I mean, at the start of the season, like I mentioned the World Cup, I think it was such a, in the minds of so many players, so many of the England players, you know, and it's understandable. It's a World Cup that only comes around once every 4 years, but there were times we drew a lot of games 0-0, especially at home. If we nick them games, we're a bit further up the table, and you know, if we're there or thereabouts after the World Cup, you know, the run we've had since the World Cup, since the England players have come back and really made themselves known and stood up for themselves, then, you know, we could have been a bit closer. But I don't think, even if we'd have started the season well, I don't think we could have got anywhere near the likes of Chelsea, Man City.
No.
They're just a class above everybody else at the moment. And like I say, I think that's the top. Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Singing,
It does, yeah.
It hasn't taken long for it to affect the women's game as well, unfortunately. But
Yeah. People have latched on strong.
Yeah.
Money.
yeah,
Money.
and they've seen the immediate success
Yeah.
that Liverpool have had. Won the title back to back after finishing bottom the year before that.
JK says we will do well to hang on to
Ophie?
Mannion.
Mannion.
JK's
Same
absolutely
man.
spot on. She's my player of the
Chelsea
year this
Western.
year. Yeah, well, Western's been a big loss. She's been out all season. She got injured half an hour into the first game of the season and was out for the season. So she'll be a massive player when she comes back. But I agree, Mannion's been outstanding this year. We will do well to hold on to her. I think she'll be an England regular for a few years to come.
Stans, I don't really want to mention the name of the gentleman that you're talking about, because
former director. Does he own the rights to the BCS? We talked
not
on this
really, Chris.
last week.
Not really a friend of the show. Not really a friend of the show. No.
But I think he probably does at the moment.
Yeah, I still think it's somewhere. Yeah.
But it is kind of a.
Yeah, it's a grey area, I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Stan was recurring to the Birmingham County FA, then I presume,
Yeah.
They're in Great Bar, aren't they? Yeah.
Anything else above that then, Christopher?
No, your Panama's a licence, you got
Yes,
the right.
HQ is in Great Bar, so...
Yeah.
Right, okay. Doco, we don't want to talk about that tonight because all we're on is positivities. Of course, it'd be a nice one. Okay, right, dandy stuff. Right, 12 months ago, Chris Pugh.
Yes.
Pugh, 12 months ago, we were pretty much sitting here in a kind of desperate doom and gloom state.
Was it 8-0?
Coming towards it was whether it's coming towards that time.
Yeah,
it probably
wasn't
isn't
far off. I
is
think it was October.
It's about 12 months. Not just one man, because there's a backroom stuff
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
right? And which he's praised and admitted on Radio Aston tonight.
Well, you work as a team.
Yeah.
It's not individuals.
And what Gary also did say is that the club have supported him just 100%. And he said it's an absolute joy and a pleasure to go to work. Great stuff. But the positivity that this management team change has brought to you, to you, Mr. Brown, with your brown belly, certainly to me, to all the listeners out there, and as somebody said on Radio Aston earlier, to the city. It's actually lifted the city. There's a better feeling about the whole place, everything that's going on. and just through positivity.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It was just a new start, wasn't it? That's what we were so desperate for, and he's come in and started well, and it's just carried on. The momentum has just took us over the course of 12 months, and if it can take us on over the next 6 months, then we're in a really healthy position.
Knowing you as I do, Chris,
yeah,
you are an absolute realist.
Yeah,
and that's
fair.
actually paying you a genuine
fair,
compliment.
Yeah.
Can we yet begin the dream?
Not yet. No, calm down.
Straight in there.
Not yet. There's 36 games to go.
Absolutely.
And we're fourth at the moment, and we're there by right. If we're fourth with 30 games gone, I think then you start saying, okay,
we'll still be there by right.
We've played some teams twice. Mm-hmm. We are there by right. After 20 games, we're there by right. After 30 games, there's no reason why we can't be there after 46 games.
Goosebumps.
So, but it's 10
an
games
inspirational
in.
speech that was, mate. I tell you what. Can we get a round of applause for Chris? Love it.
Not the elongated.
Thank you. Loved it.
But and that, I think Rowett will be saying the same thing. It is early. It is early on, and we just want to keep playing the football that we are at the moment. The players must be enjoying the football so much at the moment, and they're just. I can imagine they just want to keep going and playing every Saturday now.
You don't see any. Look, Lee Clark was the manager of Birmingham City Football Club. I supported him all the way through, as you well know. I know you're smiling.
Yeah.
But you don't see like that. This if there's an error made, this bitching and infighting and things like that. It's get up and get back at it. You know what I mean?
I mean, the Rotherham game is the perfect example. We were flat. We looked gone. And it was a struggle, and he made no bones about that. It was a struggle. 3 days later, we go to Brentford and win 2-0. 4 days later, we go to Leeds and win 2-0. And
very short space in between those games.
Exactly.
As well, isn't it?
But sometimes that's good. Sometimes if you are in a good vein of form, if you are in a good moment as a squad, you just want to keep playing. You want the Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, because if you win all those three, look at 9 points, shoots you right at the table.
Yeah.
And if you are in that good vein of form, then the constant games are a good thing. The international break is a good time now to regroup, focus our minds again, and then go again of what's going to be more Saturday, Tuesday, Saturdays.
All the way through till way after,
till
way
Christmas.
after Christmas.
Exactly.
Well,
let's get past the 50 points as quick as we can. Who knows?
I totally agree. I mean, that's always going to be the benchmark to stay in the division, isn't it? And again, I remember you saying, you'll be happy if we stay in the division
at the start of the season. Absolutely.
And
and I still do now. If we ended up finishing 16th now, I think he's done the job. He's kept a tight unit in the division, in a division that's full of money that we haven't got.
What was your prediction for the? I can't remember. Mine was 7th. I remember that.
About 13th.
13.
Yeah, I was probably a bit lower than that.
Right. Okay. Well, good. Because we're coming to Super 6 in a minute. Hey, what an intro that was, kid.
But we're there by merit, and just keep going, keep playing football, keep enjoying your football, keep picking up results here and there, and then see where we are at Christmas, and then see where we are after 30 games, and then see where we are at Easter.
And then the 1st of May.
And then the end of May, when we're at Wembley in the playoff final against Wolves.
Oh no! Dreamer, nothing but a dreamer. That's the 3rd song I've sung tonight, Chris.
It is, yeah. You're gonna
Hopefully the last.
Do I need to get the league table?
Anything on the shout box on that one then, Chris, please?
Sorry.
Flick over to
good one here. Massive thank you to the VIP listener of tonight, Mr. Pavlakis, for the turnaround off the pitch, and a great deal of credit to him for what's happened on the pitch with his decision to appoint the Messiah. Not forgetting all the day staff at St Andrews, and of course the Messiah and his backroom.
Can we have a round of applause for all the staff? This includes you, Mr. This includes you.
Oh, sorry.
Well done to me.
Well done. I'll put you back in.
is a backroom boy.
I was thinking as well with the current run that Chelsea are on, should Mourinho now be known as the Portuguese Rowett rather than Rowett being called the Bromsgrove Mourinho?
Yeah, that should be brilliant.
It should be the other way around now, shouldn't it, really?
Me and me, Panos who? Me and me, playoff final, no. He wants automatic, and so Jacob... Greedy.
Yeah.
And
I'd settle for any way up.
Don't mention the ex-England
Wembley
international WHOR.
Woolly man.
Well, crikey. It's steamrolling tonight, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
There we go. Right, Super 6.
Okay.
Top of the league, Ray Hobro from Daventry with 79 points. Second, Daniel Bishop, 76. Third, Stephen Cow, Birmingham, 71. Fourth, Stokey, Gareth Hudson, 69. That's my other half's lad. 5, Greg. He picked up 17 points this week as well. I'm going to nut him when I get that.
17?
17, yeah. Okay. 5, Craig Masters with 69. 6, Ollie Osborne up there with 64. 7, there you go, Chris Pugh with 61. And 8, Julio Andre.
I don't think we need to mention anymore, do we?
With 60.
I think that's about it.
Denise Bishop from Cambridge with 57. Stephen Thompson from Tamworth 54. Me then on 45 points. And then bottom of the league, Chris Brown, 25.
But
I told you I was coming back from injury, didn't I?
I know, yeah.
14 points I picked up this
I
week.
had a good couple of weeks as
if
well.
you look at the current form, October,
Yeah.
I'm third from bottom.
All right.
Oh, well done.
Who's bottom then?
Oh, I can't remember. But if you go onto your app, you can
You
see.
can do, yes,
You
yeah,
can, you
yeah,
can see
yeah.
October and September's.
Right, Chris Brown.
October's only had one.
I know.
Mr. Brown, right, you have pledged
I have, yes.
£50
Yes.
to Birmingham Children's Hospital charity if you come bottom of the league, right?
Yes.
I have matched that pledge on the Tilton Talk Facebook page, £50 if I am bottom of the league.
I'll match that pledge on
So
the Tilton
there's
Talk
three
show.
of us. There's 3 of us. What we
Okay.
want to do is get each and everybody there, because can only be one loser, can't there? You know, can only be one
Hope
loser.
so.
Why are you both looking at me?
Because we want you to lose. Basically, we'd love it if
There'll
everybody.
be 350 notes
Anybody
there.
out there that wants to join the league, please do.
Yeah,
You can ask Chris, myself, or Chris Pugh for the code.
Yes.
There is a little code that you have to dinky
Or
in.
Hobber.
Hobber's the best one.
Hobber's
for that,
the best, yeah. Blue Hobber saying what a programme it would be if somebly picked up the 250k.
Oh, crikey,
yeah, absolutely
yeah.
right, it would be.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It would.
We'll be FM.
There wouldn't be a show.
There would. There'd only be 2 presenters here.
Or one.
Chris Prone, there is no trophy for the most improved. Loss is a loss. Dead eat for the last.
Read my lips. I will not be bottom of the league.
The cautious kid is bold but doing okay. So what we'd like to do then is get everybody who's on our Tilton Talk Show Super 6 League to pledge that £50 to Birmingham Children's Hospital come May. When the
If
last
Chris is bottom in April, he'll be bringing his 20s plenty banner in,
I'll be thinking, I've
where he only has to pay 20 instead of
got a
50.
£350 Xbox to buy.
yeah, I'm sorry.
It's going to
about
be
that,
expensive
I'm sorry
Christmas,
about
isn't it?
that. Yeah, but hey ho.
Thanks anyway.
You don't have to pay the 50 until next May though. So that's when the season
that's
ends.
okay.
Got-
Yeah,
You can save up for that after
You've got
Christmas.
time to get your Christmas money in, and then you take it back. So there you go. That's 3 of us that have pledged £50. The shoutbox gone very quiet all of a sudden. So that's,
I mean, come on, Hobber. You're going to be.
Hobber's
easily-
safe enough to pledge
safe
it,
enough.
isn't he?
You've
Are we
already got
going to
promotion
have a little
place.
Tilton Talk Show trophy, Chris, at the end of it for the winner?
I could get a trophy, yeah.
Couldn't we just?
Yeah, my friend
Couldn't we
does the
just?
trophies for me, so
Yeah, there you
no
go.
problem. There
So
you
there
go,
will
we'll have a
be-
trophy.
Player of the year.
We'll have a presentation.
Should we have like a night like they do at Blues and all do speeches and things? And
We could do, yeah.
yeah.
Maybe.
Even you're agreeing to that, yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
The Tilton Talk Show
There you go.
Super 6.
Dicky Bow, everything. Yeah, there you go.
Presentation evening.
Nice friend of mine, Dickie Bell. I like him.
Oh,
he's
he's
all right.
lovely, isn't he?
He's all right.
I like his friend, Dicky Bird.
Yeah. Rugby.
No,
There you go. That's
move
all
on.
finished.
There we go, there we go.
Hey.
Third pleasure.
Obba, well done.
Pleasure.
Pledge 50 quid.
Fourth
bottom.
pledger. Fourth.
Fourth pleasure, sorry.
Fourth
Fourth
pleasure,
pleasure.
yeah,
of course,
fourth pleasure. Perhaps next year when we get a little more organised, if we could all donate a tenner to join the league, and then that would
It could all go to children's
all
hospital,
go
yeah.
to the
Great,
we'll do that.
Okay, yeah.
You
We'll
have
do
to join
that.
the league, it costs you a tenner. All for charity, mate. We do that every Monday. It's 7:30 right through till 9 with Chris Brown, Chris Bill, myself.
Yeah,
Smashy and
fantastic.
dicey. When will Tom Ross get a job on SRB? He's not good enough. That's ended that one.
It's on Talk. Am I allowed to say it?
Of course you
can.
Talk Sport? No.
No, he's not on TalkSport, is he?
Yeah, he's doing match
great.
day.
What, with Dan?
Match days with Talk Sport on when they do around the
Oh,
grounds
right,
on a Saturday.
Yeah.
He's doing the grounds. He's at one of the grounds on a Saturday now.
I mean, I must admit, I like Tom Ross's commentary. I love
He's an avid
love
listener.
his commentary. Love his commentary.
There we go. Oh, good.
Yeah. Tom, he's not
Liked him.
experienced enough for SRB, I don't think, do you?
I don't think he talks as much sense as us, right?
Well, we still haven't answered that question as well.
Well, we've had
Listeners, I don't think he talks as much sense as us, though, does he? Listeners.
I've already won that vote. I've got to win something.
Yeah, perhaps not. Well, do you know what you've won tonight, Chris? You've won a child's heart.
Yeah.
A child's heart, because you're going to make a child very happy at Christmas
I am,
by parting with vast amounts of your money.
Thanks for that.
Well, this has been fun. Can I come to the ceremony in my sequin ball gown? That could only be Doco's job. Yes, it is.
Of course it is.
Cheers, thanks
no.
for that, Doco.
No. Could you imagine?
Is anybody else thinking in pictures?
Red, thinking, oh God, no. Red, bright red sequins.
No. Suspenders.
No, red, white and blue like a Union Jack. Remember that one?
The Jerry Halliwell joke.
yeah. Get Tom on CB.
Oh,
What CB?
no.
What CB?
Chris Brown.
Get Tom on
get
CB.
Tom on.
CB.
Oh, dear. He has been invited in the past, so...
Invite him again.
I'll invite him again.
Invite him again. Well, you can do no harm, can it? You know. And actually, I would like to interview Tom and ask him just some of his commentaries. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And they're so memorable. My most memorable one of my most memorable ones is when Zigic was playing for us, and this guy trod on him, and Tom actually said he trod on him 13 times. He's trod on him. He's trod on him. He's trod on him.
You counted him. That'd be good, yeah.
He needs to work, I'm sure he does.
We had his Hoppo Broadhurst in, didn't we? A couple of
yeah.
years ago. Yeah. Broads came. What a fantastic show that was. Crikey.
Yes,
He's got
very
some
good.
stories.
I'll tell you who else I'd like to interview, and I think he'd be up for it as well. Elvis.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the pun.
No. You know who I mean, don't you?
No?
Frank Worthington.
Oh, Frank Williams. Oh, yes. We have interviewed him a couple of times. We've not had him in here.
In here?
That'd be
Let's
great.
get him in here.
Yeah.
Let's get him in here. Let's
We'll
make him a
get a
walk
few beers in. He'll be okay.
Friend of the show, I'd
He
imagine.
behaves himself.
Friend of the show.
Well, this is it. This has been the Tilton Talk Show. Monday, the first one of October. This is the month that the clocks go back. We head long into the winter months, and it's all freezing cold at St Andrews from here on in. Your coach, your
Come get your pies.
Your pies from the top back of the Tilton. Thank you ever so much
Or in
for
the
being
cup,
with us
corner,
this Monday. International break, so we're not going to have a great deal to talk about next week.
Good luck to the home nations.
Nations.
Wales, Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
Scotland.
Oh, right. There's only 3, isn't there?
Yeah.
Listen, guys, have yourself a great week. Chris Pugh, thanks ever so much. It's been an absolute pleasure and delight to be in your presence and your company again this evening.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown, goodbye.
Goodbye.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chanted Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are support you till the end of the day. We're so happy